Travel with us
as we talk about our journeys around Morocco. We recently had a gigantic trip to Morocco. It was almost a month long. It took all of us a big effort to get there, and it was a wonderful trip. So we're going to tell you about each section of the trip, starting with how we got to Mohammedia, which is where Eamon's family lives. So, Jacob, how did you guys get there? Was you, Jeff, and Jessica, your mom?
Yep.
And talk about how you got there.
So, we took a flight from Phoenix to Paris on Air France, and that flight was about 10 hours long. And then we took another flight from Paris to Casablanca. That was about 3 hours long, and that's how we got there. Our journey was about 16 hours in total. Very long journey, but it was very fun. All the food they served on the flight was amazing. I don't know if it's just Air France or like every airline, but that food on Air France was amazing.
Air France is always good, huh?
Yeah.
You just took Air France back. And
Yes, we did. I'll talk about our trip back later, but oh my God.
So Jeannie and I were already there, so we picked you up at the airport, and we went to a compound that Eamon's parents had rented for us outside of Mohammedia, which is an amazing place.
That was really cool.
There was room for everybody there. Because Sandy, Jeannie's sister Sandy, and sister-in-law Sherry also flew over and met us there. So we had a big group of people. They needed quite a big place to keep us. Jeannie and I came over. We started out earlier. We came across the Atlantic on a cruise ship. We went out of Port Canaveral. We went to Bermuda, and then we stopped in the Azores, which are islands belonging to Portugal. And then we had a stop in Cartagena, Spain, and Palma de Mallorca.
You had trouble pronouncing that.
That's right. I tripped up on that. And then to Barcelona. Then we actually had another cruise after that, and we ended up in Trieste, Italy. Took a train to Milan, and then flew to Casablanca.
Oh, also, Pod did record a lot of videos on his trip before Morocco. So if you want, his channel link is in the description, along with mine. You can check out both of them.
A lot of stuff to see there.
Yeah.
So once we're all in Mohammedia, outside of Mohammedia, actually, and
you can just say we're in Mohammedia. It's more simple.
We could do that. We had a few days there to relax, and then we set off on our journey, which was a big circle around Morocco that took us to all of the top sites.
That was really, really cool.
So what do you remember about starting out?
Well, I remember getting to the house in Mohammedia, and at the gate, I was like, oh, okay, this might be the gate to like a city or something. This looks pretty big. No, the gate to a house. That I don't know why I thought that now that I think about it, but I just remember thinking that when I got there.
Jacob and I made a video about the compound. It's really pretty incredible. Big swimming pool, and there growing fruit trees all over the place, most of which were just planted in the last few years. Yeah. But another 10 years is going to be incredible. But we'll put the link to that video in this down below.
The house, it was still under construction. Well, not really, but like
it wasn't quite finished.
Yeah, there was still furniture being added to it. All the plants weren't grown yet. It was still being renovated and stuff. But I think one of Eamon's dad had a friend that owned it, right?
Yeah, he's developing it.
So we got to stay in it early. So that was cool. There was an entire room that was just empty. And I actually did a few videos dedicated to that room about me doing laps around it. So those could also be in the description. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can put that link in too. You want to see Jacob running around an empty room.
Oh my God, I hated that so much.
And Eamon's parents brought over food. Every day we had different Moroccan delicacies. And then Eamon's grandmother came over. This was the big day. To cook,
yeah, I forgot. That was really cool. Oh
they
my
spent
God,
all day cooking couscous.
And that couscous was so good. The groundskeeper, Najette, she ate the couscous like as a traditional Moroccan.
Traditional way is to eat with your hands. Now we're seeing someone who knows how to do it. Put it together, roll it into a ball.
And I remember Pa pointed it out and was like, "That's really cool." And the groundskeeper, she looked like she was embarrassed. But then Pa, were you the one that told her?
I think she was a little embarrassed that I was really interested to see how they eat it traditionally.
That was really cool.
And I was taking a video of her doing it. Yeah. And basically, they eat with their hands, and they scoop the couscous into a ball with some of the vegetables and the meat, and go it up, and then put it in their mouth with their hands. Yeah. And it embarrassed her a little bit. But I think I explained to her that we weren't trying to embarrass her. We just wanted to learn how to do it. Yeah,
and she spoke almost zero English, and by the time our stay there ended, she knew about like 10-20 words in English, because I taught her some words in English. Like I speak some Darija, I know some Darija, and I know lots of fruits, and there was a lot of fruit trees in that property, so she said the names of fruits, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. In English, it's called, like, apple. And one of my favorite fruit names in Darija is hoch.
Hoch.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I do, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's possible. It's peach.
Peach. We did have peaches quite a few times.
Oh, yeah, those peaches were so good.
They were tiny, but they were delicious.
Definitely. Delicious. And she said hoch, and I knew what that meant, and I was like, oh, peach.
We all took Darija lessons. Darija is a dialect of Arabic that's spoken in Morocco, but it's not really a written language.
It's not a written language.
It's more of a dialect of Arabic.
Yeah. It's not a written language. So what that means is it's spoken, but in Morocco, they don't write it out. They use either Arabic or French. Sometimes English, and in the south, you will see more Berber, which is a group of, like,
nomadic people of mainly coming from the deserts, but being nomadic, they move around. They don't move around so much anymore, but it's a subculture of Morocco, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. I want to get something really quick. You can keep them entertained.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Let's see, what were we talking about?
Be right back.
Oh, Najette was the groundskeeper at the compound, and she made friends with Sandy and Sherry, and they had a great time in spite of the language barriers there. So it was really kind of fun to watch. She was a very nice person, and it was a lot of fun to meet someone with her cultural background. And the entire experience in the compound was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the compound was really fun. I loved Mohammedia. Mohammedia itself was a great city. I loved that. But what I have here is some books. This one is my Darija book, which reminded me that I wanted to show it here. It's basically like a book that I wrote all of my Darija notes in. So I brought this to Morocco, and
we all took Darija lessons, but I think Jacob learned more than any of the rest of us.
yeah.
But we all tried to use it.
Yep.
We could do the basic things like
And I taught some.
Shukran.
And I taught them some Darija.
You remember any?
Shukran.
Shukran Bazaf.
Yeah, Bazaf. That means thank you very much. Shukran Bazaf. Thank you very much. Bazaf is anything to do with like a lot. So like a lot. Very much. Whatever. Labas. That's are you good? You good? Mizian, that's good. Miziana, that's feminine for good. Koch.
Peaches. Now I remember it. So after our stay in the compound, did you have more to say about that?
No, I didn't look good.
We set out on a journey that took us in a big circle, seeing all of the sites in Morocco. Well, I'm going to outline it a little bit here. We went the first day. We drove up north of Rabat and then to the east, where we went through we toured a Roman ruins
called Volubilis.
Volubilis.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. We had about an hour tour there. And then we ended up in a town called Ifrane.
Ifrane, yeah.
And, because Eamon's parents were both teachers. There's hotels in Morocco that kind of cater to teachers, and this town was where they held like the nationwide teachers conferences. So they knew the hotel. There wasn't that going on right there, but they could get us really nice rooms there. Nice. And it was about 45 minutes from Fez. And so it was a lot nicer to stay in Ifrane than to try and get something in Fez. So we drove up to Fez for a day trip.
Fez? I remember Fez. That I have mixed feelings about Fez. On one side, it was really cool to see like the second biggest city in Morocco. It was pretty crowded, and I liked it.
Yeah, the Kasbah was amazing.
Yeah, the Kasbah was really cool.
Narrow, crowded.
And motorcyclists.
And motorcycles.
I think that's my main issue with Fez, but I think that's just a lot of cities in Morocco, like Marrakesh, for example. I won't dive too much into that. That'll be a separate video. And that is because we're doing different parts to our Moroccan memories. So this is just part 1, and part 2 will include most of the the bottom layer of our road trip through Morocco.
Yeah, the whole point of this journey was, or at least the first part of it, was to end up in Merzouga, because that's where we had Eamon and Jenna's wedding reception, and it's right on the edge of the Sahara Desert. So in our next segment, go ahead. In our next segment, we'll be telling you about that part.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Fez. If you got anything else to say on Fez.
Yeah, anyways, Fez was cool. Didn't we see like an old school or something?
We did. It was one of the oldest universities in Africa.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
I think started in the 9th century or something like that.
We got to tour it, right?
Yeah. We got to walk through it.
Yeah.
It was part of the mosque there. You couldn't actually go into the mosque, but you could go tour the school.
That was cool. Oh, also, I just want to say, I made a video about going from Mohammedia to Ifrane. Paul also made a video, so I'll leave both of those videos in the description. Then, didn't both of us also make a video about Fez?
We did.
I'll leave both of those in the description too.
So yeah, you can go watch the video about everything that we did there.
There's going to be so many video links, Paul.
And Fez was amazing.
That was really cool.
Remember the where they had the sweets?
Oh yeah, those.
And they were just covered with bees.
Yeah.
The bees come to eat off the sweets, but it doesn't really hurt anything.
It doesn't. And I know later in my trip in Europe, in La Bouille, France, there's a bakery, and everything, like all of the croissants and the chocolate croissants and stuff, all of those covered in bees. Covered. It's inside of a building too. Like, there's no bees inside the building, just inside of the bakery stuff. Like,
it's pretty amazing to see.
It's crazy, yeah. That is crazy.
So that was pretty amazing experience.
Yeah.
Then we went back to the town of Ifrane, and we had dinner there, and we walked around at night in the park.
Ifrane was so nice. I loved Ifrane.
The hotel was nice. They had a really nice breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
The coffee in Morocco is wonderful.
Yeah, I didn't try the coffee.
Their little coffee machines at breakfast is the coffee's far superior to what we get here. So is that about as far as we're going to go with this one today?
Yeah, I think so.
Because tomorrow we're going to start out with our trip to Marzouga, which includes, we started out by seeing where the Mac monkeys, the same kind of monkeys that are in Gibraltar.
Wait. Okay,
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you shouldn't. Anyways.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the next episode.
But before we end, I just want to show you this. This is my journal, and I documented everything that we did. So this is the first page about us going to Morocco. So, I'll read the first sentence, okay? The last day of school for intermediate, my classroom. The first half of the day is the award ceremony, and the second half of the day is the water play day. That's the first sentence. Maybe I should read the first page. I went to school for the award ceremony and skipped the second half of the day to go to the airport. It took a while to get through security, but we did it. Then had to wait 4 more hours to board the plane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the plane did actually get delayed. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The plane did get delayed quite a bit. So
that's always nice when you're going on a 9-hour flight.
Yeah. To board the plane. Once we did, though, it was very relaxing, and the flight had great food. I think that's all. So I'll read some more of my journal in the next part. So see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, we're a bit delayed there.